Suppose we are executing one playbook, and playbook is going to execute the playbook on, that is target node is 100. Okay, and playbook will take 1 hour to complete this job. So Ansible playbook is going to execute target node 100 and it will take more or less 1 hour. Now we have to reduce this time, that is speed up your playbook. 1 घंटे से 30 मिनट, 30 मिनट्स, आधा घंटा हो गया, 20 मिनट हो गया. So how it is possible? Next, Ansible dynamic inventory. You know what is inventory? Inventory means all the information of target nodes in different group. Ansible config file and fork. This is related to the speed up your playbook execution. Ansible master and client, master and node, how Ansible is going to execute using SSH protocol, and it is our duty, we have to create the passwordless connectivity between master and node. Now we are using one master, two node, we just copy it manually. But if your target machine is 1000, then how to copy it? So this time we are going to copy it through playbook. Suppose you join one company, that company very recent they added Ansible tool. Previously they are going to execute so many jobs through shell script. Now when you are going to join as a DevOps engineer and you have to write one playbook to do the same job which is maintained by the shell script previously. Okay, so why I am going to write again whereas shell script is ready? So you may call that shell script from playbook. So question is how to execute one shell script from playbook, Ansible playbook. Ansible, what type of tool? It is a CD tool, it is a management tool. CD tool when you use inside of CI/CD project. As a CD tool, Ansible is going to deploy your code to web host or Docker host. As a management tool, when as a system administrator of Linux, you are going to execute ad hoc command or playbooks so that it is going to manage multiple nodes from one point, that is one centralized location, that is your Ansible master. But Ansible as a ISE tool also, infrastructure as a code, that is basically Terraform. Nowadays use Terraform, but through Ansible also possible. Just understanding purpose, I am going to send you one document, S3 and EC2. If you have time, you can go through it, but it is not mandatory. But remember it, Ansible as a CD tool, management tool, ISE tool also, but industry accepted as a CD and management tool. Nowadays Ansible also removed from CD tool when we are using Kubernetes. That time we are using Argo CD as a CD tool, not Ansible. Now one more topic, Ansible Tower. This is graphical representations of Ansible. Ansible management through GUI. It is developed by Red Hat and it is not free of cost. If you want to use this tower, you just create account in Red Hat and they are going to provide you 1 month, one key for this tower or Red Hat software. You can utilize 1 month. Now why tower is important? Normally industry is not going to use tower because graphical options are there, same as Jenkins. But if your requirement is Ansible machine should be in high availability, that is active active or active passive. If one Ansible node is down and another Ansible node is going to take place, then it is possible only through tower. There was no command line concept. Okay, so Ansible playbook, where loop, this is next class. Ansible module, what is Ansible module? Total document is there, this is module, Ansible module. Mostly used number of modules are here. So what is Ansible module? Ansible modules are standalone script. It's a script written in Python that can be used inside an Ansible playbook. So which one is module? You already use it. Number of module. Whenever you write yum under task yum or DNF, this is a module. The Ansible team rewrite the code the same as Linux command. They rewrite the code DNF yum. See, this is yum. This is a module. Service, you already used this one. Copy, we already used in our first Ansible playbook. Yum through, we install httpd, then start the service, then copy the index.html, restart the service. Fine. So these are mostly used few modules. So what is module? And name of few modules. Interview purpose, it is important. Ansible shell, that is how to execute one shell script from your Ansible playbook. Suppose this is a sample shell. Just write echo hello world and Ansible playbook, your YAML code. Inside of YAML code, under task, we are calling script colon and then your shell script name, if it is available in current location, otherwise with path. So whenever you run this playbook is going to call this shell script. Shell script is going to execute. So shell script call from playbook. Which module we are using? Script. Okay, script module. This script module, using the script module, the script name. So when I run playbook, it is going to execute my shell script. Please test it in your Ansible machine. Other documents also there, this script related. Ansible fork and PT. This is important. How to speed up Ansible config file and fork. These are all related. So let's check Ansible configuration file. Then we are going to discuss fork as well as how to speed up it. So Ansible configuration file, it is going to hold all the configuration of Ansible, and it is available etc Ansible inside of this file name ansible.cfg configuration file. If it is not available within your this Ansible configuration file, it is going to provide one command. You have to copy that command and paste, then configuration file automatically going to create. So all the configurations of Ansible is available in this Ansible configuration file. Now, what is fork? vi/etc Ansible, not vi, I am using cd. Let's check in this location ansible.cfg and hosts. Hosts means that is by default inventory. Okay, so ansible.cfg, just check it, vi ansible.cfg. This is your configuration file. If you check scnu 1040 lines are there. Within this slash forks equal to 5 means whenever we run our playbook, suppose our target node is 17, okay, 1717, fork equal to 5. What is the meaning?
Maybe it can clone only to 5.
Means
Yes. In
means
one
are in one group.
in
Five.
one shot, it is going to execute in 5 machines. Forks 5 means it is going to execute this playbook parallelly in 5 machines. Once 5 machine is over, again next 5 machine, and then rest machines. But if you want to change the value of this fork, depends on your CPU and memory. Okay, I will send one documentation, that is if one, that is fork wise, one machine, how much memory, 100 MB minimum it is going to use per machine. So if you have 4 GB RAM, that is minimum 4000, roughly 4000 MB. So 4000 MB means how much? 40 is possible. But side by side you have to check your processor also. How many core processors are there? Okay, per core this much machine is possible. So depends on that calculation, you can change the fork value. In your production server, you may change this forks value, depends on CPU and memory, And if you want to change it, then you have to remove this semicolon. Semicolon and hash both are remark statement, and then you have to change the fork value 5 to 50 or 100 or your choice. Fine. So group wise 5 machines, batch process, 5 machines at a time. Okay, batch by batch it is going to execute. So that is the configuration file, and that is fork. And how to speed up: if fork value is more, automatically playbook time is going to reduce. Okay. So other than this, one more option is there. Different ways are there, different 8 ways are there to reduce the playbook execution time, or you can say speed up the Ansible playbook execution. Other than fork, one more option is there. This is fork, how to set it, what happened, everything is there. But other than fork, one more topic is there, that is known as serial. What is fork? And this is one example, check it. Suppose you have 4 nodes, node A, node B, node C, node D. In inventory we add these 4 nodes. Now I am going to execute on playbook with 2 tasks. Suppose one task is yum through install httpd, and second task is start the httpd service, and fork value 5 by default. So what happened? First task process on all 4 nodes, that is installation of httpd. That software is going to install to node A, node B, node C, node D at a time in one shot, because 4 nodes only, fork is 5. So batch process at a time this 4 node. First job, first task, that is httpd installation, over. Then second task, that is start the service, okay, over. So suppose for first task it will take 5 seconds, that is installation of httpd to this 4 node. Second task, start the service of this 4 node, it will take 5 seconds. Total time 10 seconds. Fine. Another example. Suppose you have 6 nodes, node A, B, C, D, E, F, and 2 tasks, same as 2 tasks in playbook. Installation of httpd and start the service, and fork value is 5. Now what happened? So time taken for first task 5 seconds, node A, B, C, D, E, only 5 machines, not 6 machines. So 5 seconds for these 5 machines, again 5 seconds for this node. First job over. Second job also same. In 5 seconds, this first 5 machines, and 5 seconds for next machines. So total time 5 plus 5, 10 seconds for first job, 5 plus 5 for second job, total 20 seconds. Now in this scenario, how many nodes are there? 6 nodes. Now if it is 9 node, can you tell me how much time it will take? Is it possible to? If it is not 6 node, it is 9 node, then what happen? Srikant? Huh? क्या 60? Here it is 6 node. Here it is 6 node. And it will take first job purpose 5 plus 5 when it is 6 node. Second job again 5 plus 5 when it is 6 node. So total 20. Now if it is 9 node is there, same 20, because by default 5 nodes. So first time 5 nodes, second times 4 nodes. It will take 5 seconds only. 1 node or 4 node or 5 node. So if it is 6 node or 7 node or 8 node, 9 node, 10 node, up to 10 nodes, same time 20 seconds. But if it is 11, then 30, because first job again 5 seconds for the last machine, 11th one, and second job again 5 seconds for the 11th one. So total 30 seconds. Okay, if fork value is 5. Now another metric is there, that is known as serial. Okay, so fork value means group of node, 5 node at a time. If your fork value is 5. Serial, what is serial? Serial decide the maximum number of nodes process each task under a single run. So now another example, try to understand this one also. Suppose you have 4 nodes, node A, B, C, D in inventory, and 2 tasks, same playbook, installation of HTTPD and start the service. Fork value 5 and serial 2. I mentioned one more metric, serial 2. Now what happened? First task process on 2 node, because serial 2. First task, that is HTTPD install, process on 2 node, node A and node B, simultaneously should process on 4 nodes. But due to serial configuration, in process on 2 nodes only, and then jump into second task process on 2 nodes, A, B. Once both tasks completed, it again run playbook for rest 2 nodes. So if I mention serial 2, what happened? First run, that is the first run, it is going to execute on node A and node B. Then it is going to execute node A and node B second task. First task, that is HTTPD install, HTTPD start. Again, first task on rest node, second run. This is first run. Okay, initially it is going to execute on node A and node B. And in second run, again node C and node D. Node C and node D. So total time 20 seconds. One more example. 3 nodes are there and serial 2. Then what happened?
Same 20 seconds.
Let's see. First run, node A, node B. Second task also node A, node B. That is my HTTPD installation and service start over for 2 nodes. Now third node, again first task and second task. 5 plus 5, so it is 20 seconds. If it is 5 node and serial 2, then what happen? First,
30, I.
yes, yes. First task and second task, it will take 5 second, 5 second for 2 nodes, for 2 nodes, for 1 node. So 10 second, 10 second, 10 second, 30. Okay. So please go through this and try to understand this fork and serial and how to speed up. If you use fork value more than your resource, then your Ansible is going to hang and performance is going to degrade. Either it is going to hang or it is going to degrade. So whenever you set serial or fork or any value, first you have to check memory and CPU. I will send one particular documentation, just 5-10 lines documentation, that is how to take the decision, depends on your memory and CPU. So Ansible shell, Ansible fork, ISE related module, var loop not today, dynamic inventory. Dynamic inventory. What is dynamic inventory? What are the different types of inventory in Ansible? 2 types of inventories are there, static and dynamic. Which one? Inside of static, again, default and custom. By default dynamic, by default inventory is where it is etc Ansible hosts. But if it is not available, if it is not there, or if it is there, you can create your own inventory, and you can create multiple inventory also. Nothing but a text file, all the informations are there of nodes. And how to run it? Whenever you run the playbook, Ansible playbook, playbook name minus I, the inventory name, including path. Now, what is dynamic inventory? Static inventory is over, that is default and custom. Dynamic inventory, suppose you are accessing multiple node from Ansible. Your Ansible running in local machine. If your Ansible running in local machines, locally, that is in on-premises, and you are going to access multiple nodes, but nodes are running behind autoscale. So right now 2 nodes are running, maybe after some time 3 node, 4 node, 5 node, again down, again up, scale down is continuing. So question is, if this type of nodes are running, we cannot add the IP address to inventory, because right now 2 nodes are running. If I add 2 IP address, fine, but when I run the Ansible playbook, 2 more nodes are already scale up. So now 4 nodes are running, 5 nodes are running. Okay, so automatically it is going to change. So this time we have to use dynamic inventory. That is, whenever playbook is going to run, playbook is execute one script, Python script. That script is going to run and collect the information of your target node IP address and inform to Ansible playbook, that is inform to Ansible. So playbook is going to run on that particular machine. When playbook is going to run, suppose your script collect the information that 22 machines are there. Okay, right now 22 machines are there. Ansible started first 5 machines, second 5 machine. By that time, now it is 27 machines are there, or 17 machines are there, up or down. So immediate, that script is going to inform to Ansible, current right now this is the machine, okay, either 27 or 17. So automatically, dynamically it is going to प्रिंस,
सॉरी सॉरी सर,
वो म्यूट कर
अनम्यूटेड।
लीजिए ना.
हाँ हाँ, कर दे सर।
Okay, so that is dynamic inventory. It is totally Python script. Ansible team, they are going to provide this script. So script is all, it is here. You please check the script, and steppings also there. Try it, because most of the students they completed successfully. Now, most important one topic, role. Okay, what is role? Srikant, koi idea? Any idea? What is role? Right. Mm. Ansible roles are consist of many playbooks, which is similar to modules in Puppet and Cookbook, because this is previous before Ansible, Puppet and Cookbook is there, Puppet and Shape is there. So roles are way to group multiple tasks together into one container. Roles are set of tasks and additional files for a certain role. Easily reuse the code, easily modify, and will reduce the syntax error. That means role means it is a collection of playbooks. Okay, inside of role, number of playbooks are there, number of tasks are there, number of jobs are there, and reusable. You can utilize this role. So, how to create role and how to rewrite your existing playbook to this role. Okay, so let's see. See, role purpose, you have to check Ansible. Ansible already installed, and other option is Ansible Galaxy. Ansible Galaxy related to role. Now, if I want to create a role, that means playbook means suppose 100 tasks are there within a same playbook. If I run the playbook, this 100 tasks is going to execute. But if I convert this playbook to role, this 100 tasks should be there. But as per your requirement, you can call 50 tasks. Okay, you can utilize the same 50 tasks from existing, and you can add 2 more extra tasks. Okay, so reusability, modification, addition is too easy, syntax error is reduced. So many advantages are there. Now, how to create role? We have to create Ansible Galaxy init my role 99. It will show my role 99 was created successfully. LL my role 99, April 11, 9:45. So if I use tree my role 99, it will show one directory structure, 8 directories and 8 files. First directory is my role 99. Inside of this, defaults, file, handler, meta, task, template, test, vars. Task, I hope it is understanding by you. We already mentioned task in playbook. So within this task, under this main YAML, we are going to write our playbook, the executable code, but little bit different way. We are going to write some variables options in this main.yaml, all the variables. If any handler is there, we are going to write here. Handler means some condition. Suppose when I execute first playbook, my first job is httpd install, second job is service start, third job is copy index.html, fourth job is restart the service. Now if I change something and again I run my playbook, service start is not required, but service restart is required. If anything is changed, I didn't change anything, again I run the playbook, what happened? Everything is going to run. Unnecessary, my page content is same, so service restart is not required. We can use some handler options, that is if anything is changed then restart the service, otherwise don't execute this job. Because if my target machine is 100 and it is going to execute this service restart unnecessary to 100 machines, minimum it will take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So we can save that 10 minutes using the handler. Meta, just after this meta, inside of meta, metadata, that is who is going to create it, who is the writer, who is the owner, okay, all the information of the metadata. Like this we have to maintain it. Now what is your duty? You just go through this documentation and try to understand this directory structure. What is the meaning of each and every directory structure? Inside of these are all main.yaml. So this directory structure you have to understand if you are interested in role. Then what to write and where to write, how to write, I am going to show you one example. Here also example is there. This is one playbook, complete playbook. Now I am going to slicing this playbook, okay, part by part. Under task, we are not going to write this type of a playbook. We are going to write this type of one playbook, install.yaml, only installation purpose. Another one, configure YAML, that is copy and others. Another one, service start. So multiple YAML file. Now how to call depends on your requirement. You just call this YAML file. How it is? Import task, then your YAML file name. Suppose 50 YAML files are there, but this 50 YAML files, it is there, but 50 YAML file is not going to execute. If I import particular YAML file, it is going to execute. It is not going to execute all the 50 files at a time. If I import only 10 files, so 10 file is going to execute. So the same role we can reuse it, okay. If I import only 10 files out of 50 files, then 10 file is going to execute, not all the 50 files. Even we can utilize some variables, we can utilize handler. So role related one class is there practically, that is tomorrow Saturday 7:30 p.m. evening. If you have time, interest, then please join that class. Practically I will show this role. Okay, I will create one normal our playbook, convert it to a role, then I am going to execute it, and I will show you how to create role, how to execute role completely from scratch. That is tomorrow Saturday 7:30 p.m. If you have time you can join, otherwise I am going to share the video to you. So this is
Same link, sir.
same link, 24/7 360 days, same link. So Ansible shell, how to call one shell from Ansible playbook. Ansible fork and performance tuning, fork, serial, and other few options are there. When we are going to execute any playbook and our target node is 100, first playbook is going to gather the facts of your all the nodes. Gather facts, that is the information of 100 nodes. If you disable it gather facts, then it is save this 10 minutes. Okay, so speed up purpose, this is also one more options. So 7-8 options are there, please go through that. That is how to minimize or how to tune the performance of your playbook. It will take minimum time. Fork also there, serial also there, gather factor also there, other few more options. Dynamic inventory, we are going to collect the IP address of your running node which is beside the behind the auto scale. Through a script is going to learn it and inform to Ansible. Accordingly Ansible is going to run the playbook. ISE not so important for playbook, for Ansible. Module, already we use number of module, yum, copy, service, these are all module. Ping, when I use first command, Ansible, then your target machine web, then -m ping. -m means module. So ping also one module. Today in shell script we are going to learn script. Script also one module. Okay, these are the small programs written by the Ansible team in Python for particular job, that is module. Other than modules, few options are there, we will discuss later. Role, I discuss it. Now tomorrow role practical, and next class where, loop, blocks, so many things are there. That portion, it is completely programming oriented. If you have little bit knowledge in program, then it is okay. Fork and serial, what is the difference? Okay, suppose in your inventory you already mention 10 machines. Okay, now I want to execute one playbook to this group. Group name is web and 10 machines are there. But I want to execute my playbook to this group excluding 2 IP address. That is 2 machines. I want to execute playbook to 8 machines. But group name wise 10 machines are there. So either you open your inventory, hash this to particular IP, and then you run it. That is one method. But other method also there, how to exclude one IP or 2 IP from your group. Passwordless Ansible playbook. When your target machine is 1000, then how to continue this password? That is through playbook through. Playbook is going to execute and passwordless is over. Okay. So please go through this documentation. These are mostly theoretical. Other than this role, you have to know all the informations, because interview time they may ask. Because Ansible is an evergreen tool. Fine. So these are more or less over. Other than this, where, loop, block, handler, this portion and GitHub advanced topic, rest topics, we will discuss on our next class. That is Monday. But Saturday, tomorrow, role practicals at 7:30 p.m. Okay, bye. I'm sending files and videos.